Okay, back in the street. If you want a good barometer of what the hell's going on, you want to listen to this conversation, business-wise. I kind of sit there and let the world come by me to get a handle on what's going on. These two, of course, travel the world to find out what's going on. They have a shipping business, international shipping, trading. So they have a pretty good idea of what's going on business-wise, internationally, and domestically. And so this is a good read. This is a good read. You want to listen to this one. It looks good. Only thing we have to keep on doing is keep on jumping over the obstacles, which is getting pretty easier and easier that these morons keep throwing at us. Because, by God, things keep on blowing up in their faces. This, of course, a conversation took place before the extension of the investigation, so it happened the day after. That's why, it lags a little bit there. But other than that, the early observations on the testimony have only, of course, gotten stronger in destroying Ford's credibility, as if she had any to begin with, and strengthening Kavanaugh. So, well, let's hope that, they go ahead and do the due diligence there. Hope. Getting tired of hoping. I'd like to see some people really get prosecuted and get hammered. Oh, what a great idea that would be, huh? So, if you like this one, you like it. If you care, you share, and you share, and you share, and then you tell that person that you share it with, you share, and then you tell the person, that person to share what they share. Because again, look what happened. I just noticed. I just started posting. My subscriptions are climbed up to 9,960. As soon as it hit that ding 60 mark, it's starting to seep down again. Odd, isn't it? And I post videos, and I get, I lose subscriptions. As though, I guess I'm terrible at what I do. I don't know. Maybe I am. Who knows? But I don't think so. This is you. This is you guys. This is all about you. And they don't want you to be heard. I'm just out there giving you a microphone. So, this is not so much me. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Most of you know what I'm talking about. Most of you get tired of hearing my saying still all jumps. So, it's the people that I speak to that are, of course, the stars here. And enjoy this one, hopefully, and like it. And without further ado, let's get to it. Living in England? Are you still there?
Yes.
What part of England do you live?
Near Manchester.
I spoke to a couple from Manchester last week.
Did you?
Yes.
So it's sort of a bit north than central. Yeah. North, but not as far as Scotland.
Yeah.
We're about a couple of hours from Scotland and 4 hours from London.
Yes. And they were pretty pessimistic, I'm sorry to say, about, the influx of the immigrants and whatnot that's coming in and happening there. I hadn't checked. Are you familiar with Tommy Robinson?
No.
This man is an English gentleman. Make you proud.
Right.
He's an English gentleman and come from one of the cities. I can't remember which one right now, but he watched his neighborhood, his city change over there, and so he started reporting on it. He became a citizen journalist.
I know who he is.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And, I don't know if you have any information, because he was supposed to go to court, I think, yesterday and go back to jail. But he was out. He'd report from the streets about the Muslim rape gangs and all this going on. And he was this is about 3 months ago now. He's in front of a courthouse reporting on a Muslim grooming rape gang trial that was going on.
Oh.
The police came along, come with us, put him in the back of the paddy wagon. 5 hours later, he's sentenced to 13 months.
Right.
Well, for, they say inciting a riot. I mean, you know how they do. They make stuff up, right? So he was put in solitary confinement because, he's mostly Muslims in the prison. And so he had to eat like canned tuna, crackers every day, to survive. They let it, the public outroar was so much that a judge, after he was in there, I think 30 days, looked at his case and said, this is a travesty, let him out. But further charges pending, and yesterday, I think it was, he didn't pay much attention because he was paying too much attention to that Kavanaugh thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I did notice that there were like 1,500 protesters outside the courthouse that he went to. He had a lot more than that. He was like more like 15,000 when he first got arrested. But the thing is now, they're pretty sure that if they do send him back to jail this time, it would be a death sentence. Because he's such a spokesman now for English people that are not hearing the real news, what's going on.
They don't hear the real news there.
No, we don't.
We don't either.
Yeah, we do on Fox.
Yeah, well, that's a good shade of it. It's more news there than you're going to get on the rest, for sure.
My daughter's in D.C. though.
Oh, really? What's she do?
She went to Washington with Mark Meadows when he went there, and she was his scheduler.
Good.
And then she went over with Tom Rice out of Myrtle Beach and working with him and Lindsey Graham. Lindsey spoke up big time yesterday, and he said the damn
Didn't
truth.
he make it the...
Said the damn truth.
Wasn't he the star?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the star.
I love what
I've said a lot of bad things about Lindsey Graham. Yesterday, I was applauding
These
him.
were my friends.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But you know what I think has kind of like liberated him? Is McCain going bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was a hiding liberal.
Yeah. And with McCain gone now, I think that's allowing, Graham to go ahead and be more, more himself or whatever, or at least getting more on board with the program.
He says what's on his mind. Always does.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know.
They need to vote today, put him in, and get it over with.
Yeah.
And you know what?
But it's not going to end on their side.
Oh, no. They're going to be coming after. Only thing I hope is they don't get that midterm pickup.
It's not going to happen. I mean, I'm out here speaking to the general public. And I mean,
when you're in a city that
it's a liberal cesspool.
It ain't popular.
It's a liberal cesspool. But I'm getting you've been here for a few minutes. What have you noticed? People come by taking pictures and very positive, thumbs up going by.
And the Democrats ain't going to do that.
I speak to former Democrats out here every day, saying, I ain't doing this. This is why
I travel the country.
What do you do?
International business.
For?
And we've owned a company in shipping, and so has her and her husband. We've traveled a lot.
So you're right in the thick of the whole thing.
Son, I'm all over the country. The only place you find it is in the big cities. In the rest of the country, you don't find it.
Yeah.
Where I live, and I'm not against Democrats. Okay.
I'm getting that way.
I'm against libtards.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't like the far extreme on my side.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got to think a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, where I live, you couldn't get elected being a Democrat. And nothing. You couldn't be the dog catcher.
Yeah.
And it's a fact, and I see that across the country. And even California, when I'm up in California, best thing could happen, that thing splitting up 3 or 4 states.
Yeah.
Because they would never get another election won.
Exactly. You're absolutely...
They would never have another election win.
You're absolutely...
That's the only thing giving them wins now.
Yeah. Yes.
That New York.
Yes. That's why they're fighting against all the, voter ID laws and everything, because they keep on...
You got to show a damn ID to do anything.
Of course you do.
To do anything.
Yeah.
You can't get on a plane without an ID.
And then it's an insult to say that,
you can't get welfare
like
without
people
an
of
ID.
Color don't have...
You can't get welfare
or
without
too
an
poor,
ID.
or they don't know how to do it. That's an insult to them.
We'll give it to them. We'll bring them there.
Yeah.
We say that in North Carolina. We'll give them rides and we'll pay for it.
Is that where you're from?
And they still fight like crazy trying to keep it from happening. Hello?
So you're involved in international business also?
Well, we had three depots, and we sold it to FedEx. But we're starting up again, yes.
Wonderful.
Well, my husband is. I'm hoping to retire soon. But I don't think I
but
ever
still,
will.
that is probably one of the best ways to get a pulse on the economy and what's happening. I mean, shipping and trade is everything, right? I mean,
It is.
I mean, commerce. We're talking about. If Bill Clinton ever said anything that I agreed with, it's the economy, stupid.
Well, yeah.
So, by all indications, what you're doing, things are getting better. I mean, you're in the pulse. I was just explaining. I mean, you're right there to be able to
Economy
know. You're like the
Economy
bloodstream. You're like the main artery in the
economy is booming.
Yeah,
and I mean absolutely booming.
That's what I'm hearing.
And,
across the board.
And I heard you say something about the insurance. You know how much my insurance went up this year? $1,200 this year per month. Per month.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
Per month. Went up $1,200 per month. Now, I'm a guy who can afford it.
Yeah.
You know? But it don't matter. But the reason mine's $1,200 a month is actually mine and my wife together is $2,400 a month.
Jeez.
But the reason ours is that because Joe Blow here ain't doing insurance. And the libtards, they're not doing insurance. And then when they go to the hospital, it's paid for and we get hit for it.
Yeah. And
Same in England.
Oh, indeed. And you know this just by being in business. Competition lowers prices.
Amen. They talk about this tariff.
Yeah.
You know what? China's been taking advantage of us forever.
Of course they have.
Forever.
Yeah. Now, I've been hearing from farmers out here saying it's hurting them, but...
He give them the farm bill.
Yeah, but they're okay with it. They're smart enough. Of course, they're a red state, mentality.
They see it.
They're looking at long term, and they're going, that's right, we'll bite the bullet for right now. We see what's going to happen.
They'll get some subs.
Yes. They can see down the road. They can see what's going on. Man, if we could really rock this thing. I mean, because...
I'd like to pick up about 3 or 4 seats.
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
And, I just don't want to lose any.
I don't think we will, because...
Our elections leading up to this has been in our favor.
Just look at that stupid thing yesterday, Yeah, these idiots up there talking about a teenager's yearbook.
But that woman had been coached.
Of course she had.
Tear coming out of her eyes. She was pretending like she was...
Look at her profession.
Yeah.
A lifelong psychologist.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You know what mind control programs they got going on right now? And she knows how to put on that little whiny, innocent voice.
I interviewed... We both interviewed with national television yesterday.
Oh, really?
And when I told him, well, you'll vouch for this. As soon as I told him why, I told him he got away from me. The media guy did. I said,
which station? Which network?
Top 6.
All right.
She's talking like a baby. Yeah. And no tears coming out. Come on. Kavanaugh was strong in his, and he was adamant about it.
The part I liked, there was several parts I was going, this is something. You can't make this stuff
up.
At
the end of the day, there were, 2 15-year-old kids?
Yeah. But I love it.
What the heck are you talking about?
I know.
When I was 15 years,
just the very
when I was 15 years old, man,
I
figured out what hormones was.
That's right.
I
Tell me one that ain't.
I'm thinking it's an older guy with a young girl. That's a different guy. He said they were what, 50? I think. All right.
But you wouldn't hear that in England. What you'd be hearing is you molested a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. I love that part when the what's her name, Wilson, the lady that they got in. It's just, well, you have a fair flying. It says here you went to Hawaii. Did you take a boat? No, I flew there. Tahiti? Oh no, we flew there.
Yeah.
South America? No, we flew there. She goes, it's fun to go on vacation.
Yeah.
So it's okay. In other words, but she had to have friends talk her into getting on the plane because of fair flying to come to Washington. And it turns out she wasn't in California to begin with. She was in Delaware all the time. Mm-hmm. The whole thing was a hoax.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is now, I remember in England, there was a lady on the same train as us. She had had a lot to drink, but she fell. And my husband went to go and pick her up. Men are frightened to even approach other women. And there was a child running down the road. And I said to him, be careful, Nick, because he went to help this child. What do you do? Leave the child? What do? You're scared to death. Absolutely scared to death. What has it become?
I won't even in the business world go behind a closed door with a woman anymore.
No.
You know?
It's gotten bad.
I'm serious. I won't do it.
It's gotten bad. It's gotten
You never
bad.
know.
They've ruined everything.
Yes.
They've ruined sports.
Yes.
They've ruined sex.
Yes.
They've ruined music.
Yep.
They've ruined dating.
Health and
They've ruined
safety's
everything.
gone mad.
You know, I mean, seriously, there's not a thing these people touch that they don't ruin. And now they've ruined the Supreme Court, because who in their right mind wants to go through this bullshit?
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do? What's next? Go back to grade school? What, are you going to pop out of the womb? Oh, look at that. He pooped his pants.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. I mean, what the hell? And the hypocrisy, these are the same people that have the Clintons, Weiner, Weinstein,
all have one thing in common.
Schneiderman, Ellison.
Yeah.
Well, I could go on and
On
on.
and on. Doing what they're saying he's doing. Or had done when he's 15.
Do you see them?
They did it.
Do you see them protesting Ellison right now?
Never. Hell, Booker was convicted, or not convicted, but admitted to groping women. And you're sitting there asking them questions. Come on. That's a libtards. That's my word for it.
That's what I think. That's why I think people are seeing through this BS, because, you know, not everybody's listening to this anymore. We're actually talking to one another on social networks, and, you know, so we're going, wait, this is crap. Look at this. And you got real sleuths now.
Let's do something. Let's make America great again.
Yeah, we'll do it. It's going to happen. All right, here's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton. It's good for any crime in the world, even in England.
I like it.
And on the back, you got my YouTube channel and my website. And if you want to support me, you can get a lot of my designs and apparel. Yeah. You can walk around, piss liberals off.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't know.
This one here is about our TSA and how they treat us at the airports.
Yeah.
You know, they treat us like terrorists.
I know. Try coming from England.
I know.
It's hard work.
I know. Well, you look like a terrorist. Look at you.
I know. That's what I thought.
White with that English accent, you know.
I know.
He's an old white guy. Not old
red earring.
Good seeing you.
Yeah, thank you, leave President Trump. I know, here. Hey, come on, get her. Shoot her. Shoot her. Just get me. Don't get her in it.
No, you can get her.
No, don't you dare get her in it.
All right, now you get where I am. Get over it.
Yeah, give me one. So you know what's in me?
Don't put her in it.
Oh, no. You get right where I was. Get right there. Get right there. There you go.
There you go.
All right.